Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. English for Business class today. We'll talk about networking. The purpose of studying networking, so students are able to start a conversation. Students are able to talk about jobs in appropriate manner. Students are able to make a friendly conversation for exchanging information. Starting a conversation. Do remember that successful small talk is not about saying brilliant things. It's about commenting on and asking about ordinary things with conviction, interest, and enthusiasm. Match the mood of your conversation partner if they are smiling and cheerful. Be ready to laugh if they seem serious. Be serious too. Ask where your partner comes from, and when somebody asks you the same thing, be ready to add something interesting about the place. Ask what your partner does, and when you are asked the same question, don't only give a title. Add a small piece of interesting or amusing information about the job or responsibility. Let's listen to extracts from 4 conversations heard at a conference in Marseille.
Conversation 1.
That was really interesting what the last speaker said about opening bank accounts in the Cayman Islands.
Yes, it was. So, what do you do exactly?
I'm an auditor, a forensic auditor.
Ah, you're a forensic, auditor.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Oh, I see. Look at the time. I must get to the next presentation.
Conversation 2.
Lovely coffee. I needed that. I just flew in from London very early this morning. How did you get here?
I came on the TGV train from Paris.
Really? I've never been on the TGV. How long did that take?
Oh, about 4 hours, but I was able to have breakfast and do some reading.
That sounds nice. I must try it sometime. Marseille's really beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Have you been here before? If you haven't, you must.
Conversation 3.
It's o'clock and I'm certainly looking forward to the dinner this evening.
I am too, especially the fish. We don't have much fish where I live.
Really? Where do you come from then?
Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It's in the mountains just near Munich. What about you?
I'm from Cork in Ireland. The High Street is supposed to have more pubs than any other town in Ireland.
Really? I'm going there on a business trip soon to visit the apple factory. I must see if I can find time to visit some of these pubs.
Conversation 4. And then I went jogging early this morning along by the sea. Fantastic sunrise coming up over the sea.
Really? Sunrise, you say?
Yes, amazing. Do you like jogging? You should try it, you know. It makes you feel really great all day long. Just set the alarm for 5:30, jump out of bed, and after you've been running for about an hour or so, go back, have a shower.
Sorry, but do you know where I can smoke? I think I want a cigarette before the next presentation. Ah, that way? Thanks.
Well, after you listen to the conversations, you have to match the conversations with the multiple choice of A, B, C, and D. Remember about the tips that I've given earlier about making a conversation? So remember, talk about ordinary things with conviction and enthusiasm. Match your mood to that of the speaker. When saying where you come from, add something interesting about the place. When saying what your job is, add a small piece of information about it as well. Well, number 1. You see the bold phrases? So, what do you do exactly? This is the keywords. What do you do? So, it's actually asking about job. Yes, the choice will be D. And you see the person answer, I'm an auditor. And he add a small piece of information about it. I am an auditor, a forensic auditor. Conversation number 2. There are some bold phrases. How did you get here? How long did that take? Mazal's really beautiful, isn't it? Have you been here before? So which one do you think matched with this conversation? A, B, C? Yes. So number 2 is the conversation is talking about ordinary things with conviction and enthusiasm. Number 3, you see at the bold phrase, where do you come from then? So it is actually asking about where do you come from? Yes, the choice is C. When saying where you come from, add something interesting about the place. So here, it's not only talking about the place, it describes about the mountains just near Munich. Number 4. Yes, it matched the choice B. So you see the person A, the person G was very enthusiastic, talking about jogging early in the morning. But then the lady H doesn't seem to be very interested for a job. So he quickly changed his tone to match your mood to that of the speaker. So do remember, when starting a conversation, it is important to sound friendly and enthusiastic. We will have another conversation, listen to the speakers, and decide whether they sound friendly or unfriendly.
1. What do you do?
2.
Where are you from?
3.
How did you get here?
4.
Have you been here before?
5.
Paris is great, isn't it?
Let's listen again and answer together.
1.
What do you do?
Friendly.
2.
Where are you from?
Unfriendly.
3.
How did you get here?
Friendly.
4.
Have you been here before?
Friendly.
5.
Paris is great, isn't it?
Unfriendly. Well, that's all about making conversation. And when we do networking, we will talk about our jobs. So when talking about jobs, useful tips when telling people about your job, be brief and precise. Show how your job benefits people or organizations. Make sure that your description is relevant to the person you are talking to. Avoid technical terms or acronyms unless talking to a fellow expert. Accentuate the positive aspects rather than the negative. And next, when doing networking, the purpose of networking is for exchanging information. So when exchanging information, first offer appropriate information yourself. Ask questions indirectly and create intimacy. So that's all. Thank you.